सर मैं बैंक से बात कर रहा हूँ, आपका कार्ड ब्लॉक हो गया।
सर आपको लॉटरी के नंबर बता सकता हूँ।
मैडम आपने कॉन्टेस्ट जीता है, बस आपकी बैंक डिटेल्स दीजिएगा। ऑफर ये है कि आपको देने होंगे 20,000 रूपए और 3 महीने में आपको मिलेंगे 40,000 रूपए।
फोन और मैसेज पर मिलने वाले ऐसे सभी ऑफर स्कैम, फ्रॉड की श्रेणी में आते हैं। बहकावे या लालच में कभी भी ऐसे मैसेजेस, ईमेल व फोन कॉल्स का जवाब ना दें। सावधान रहें और दूसरों को भी सावधान करें। आपकी सतर्कता एवं सावधानी आपको साइबर क्राइम से बचने में मदद कर सकती है।
शिखा चल शॉपिंग चले, मैं हॉलिडे पर जा रही हूँ।
अरे अचानक प्लान बन गया।
हाँ, कल ही मुझे ईमेल आया था, उसमें लिखा था मैंने 5 दिन का हॉलिडे जीता है। बस क्रेडिट कार्ड की डिटेल दी और हॉलिडे बुक हो गया।
जल्दी से अपना क्रेडिट कार्ड ब्लॉक करा। मैं भी इस चक्कर में एक बार 20,000 रूपए गवा चुकी हूँ।
कभी किसी अनजान को अपने बैंक अकाउंट और क्रेडिट कार्ड से जुड़ी जानकारी ना दें। ऐसे ऑफर्स के झांसे में ना आए और अगर आपके क्रेडिट या डेबिट कार्ड का गलत इस्तेमाल हुआ हो तो इसकी जानकारी अपने बैंक को तुरंत दें और कार्ड ब्लॉक कराएं।
देखिए तो किसी कंपनी के ड्रॉ में हम लकी विनर हैं। ओह माय गॉड, हमारी तो दुनिया ही बदल गई।
अरे कौन सी दुनिया में हो तुम?
क्या मतलब?
अरे फ्री टूर, लॉटरी, गिफ्ट प्राइज, ये सब साइबर ठगी के धंधे हैं। पहले लालच दिखाएंगे और फिर प्रोसेसिंग फीस जमा करने को कहेंगे। बैंक और क्रेडिट कार्ड डिटेल्स लेकर अकाउंट की सारी जमा पूंजी साफ कर सकते हैं। कभी किसी अनजान को अपने बैंक अकाउंट और क्रेडिट कार्ड से जुड़ी जानकारी जैसे कि अकाउंट नंबर, पासवर्ड, कार्ड नंबर, CVV, पिन, OTP वगैरह भूलकर भी मत देना।
With the growth of information and communication technology, the structure and nature of financial services delivery have also changed. Online banking or internet banking has emerged as a new and convenient way for using financial services like funds transfer, viewing account statements, bill payment, use of e-wallets, etc. An upsurge in the use of devices connected with the internet and the convenience of online financial services has increased the risk of our hard-earned money being duped by cyber criminals. In this video we shall discuss how our hard-earned money can be swindled by the cyber fraudsters in seconds. I will share with you some insights about this topic that will help you a lot to avoid such incidents happening with you. Between fiscal years 2017 and 2020, a total of 1,40,471 cases of fraudulent usage transactions were reported, with the amount totaling 589 crore. In financial year 20, 52,006 cases of fraudulent usage of debit cards, credit cards, and internet banking were reported in India. The amount involved in these fraudulent transactions is 228.44 crore, a whopping increase of 52.88% concerning the previous financial year where the figure stood at 149.42 crore. Maharashtra saw the maximum of such cases, accounting for around 43% of all cases of fraudulent usage of debit cards, credit cards, and internet banking between financial year 2017 and 2020. Tamil Nadu and Haryana accounted for 23% of all fraud cases during the same period. A fraudulent transaction is one unauthorized by the debit or credit card or bank account holder. The fraudsters can fit a skimming device to an ATM, petrol pump or anywhere else you swipe your card and steal information from your card's magnetic strip. This is a mechanism that retains the card when you insert it in the machine and the card is retrieved later. If you find friendly bystanders in the ATM room or outside who pretend to help you if your card gets stuck or peer over your shoulder, beware. They are there to get you to reveal your PIN. You unintentionally download a software which allows the fraudster to trace your keystrokes and steal passwords or credit card and net banking details. This is malicious software that can damage computer systems at ATMs or bank servers and allows fraudsters to access confidential card data. This is perhaps the simplest and most effective form of stealth, wherein your card is taken by the salesperson for swiping and the information from the magnetic strip is copied to be used later for illegal transactions. Hackers can gain illegal access to companies you've shopped at in the past and steal your information. They can also steal this information if you shop online at sites that don't have a secure connection. A stranger, family member, disgruntled employee or anyone else could steal your physical debit card when you're not looking and use it for purchases. While phishing involves identity theft through spam mails which seem to be from a genuine source, phishing is essentially the same through a mobile phone using messages or SMS. These trick you into revealing your password, PIN, or account number. Here the fraudster contacts your mobile operator with fake identity proof and gets a duplicate SIM card. The operator deactivates your original SIM and the thief generates a one-time password, OTP, on the phone to conduct online transactions. Mobile apps downloaded from sources other than those from established stores can gain access to information on your phone, like bank details, passwords, etc., and use it for unauthorized transactions. Scammers could steal your debit card out of your mailbox before you've even had time to realize it's there, and use it to make fraudulent purchases. In this technique, fraudsters reroute you to a fake website that seems similar to the original. So even as you conduct transactions and make payment via credit or debit card, the card details can be stolen. Despite these threats constantly looming, we just can't avoid usage of technology. However, we can certainly be more aware of the risks involved while we transact electronically. To safeguard you from such fraudulent activities, we are going to share with you a comprehensive list of the don'ts and do's that will help you make safe use of electronic financial systems. Therefore, stay on. Don't use your debit cards for online transactions, as hacking or fraud of any sort will jeopardize your complete bank account details. Your entire cash can be at risk. You can rather make use of credit cards. The liability is limited and your cash remains safe. Don't reveal your username, password, security questions, or answers, or PIN to anyone. You should not respond to such emails, letters, websites, or phone numbers. No one needs to know your PIN, not even the bank. The bank does not need your account details as the bank already has your details. Don't respond to emails that ask you to go to a website to verify your personal particulars or debit card information. Don't save or share your bank account and debit card related details over any of the social media and emails as it may be intercepted. Don't use PIN or password which is obvious, such as your telephone number, date of birth, identity card number, etc. Do not save your card or bank account details in your e-wallet as it increases the risk of theft or fraudulent transactions in case of a security breach. Don't sign on a blank charge slip or transaction receipt. When you sign a charge slip or transaction receipt, draw a line through the blank space above the total spending amount. Don't give or lend your debit or credit card to anyone. Your debit card is not transferable and is your obligation to keep it secured. Don't use a public computer or office devices and networks to make online transactions. Don't take the help of an unknown person. If your debit card is stuck in an ATM, beware of anyone offering help unless identified as a bank employee. Don't use ATMs in megastores, malls, theaters, convenience stores, restaurants, or such other public places. Prefer the usage of bank ATMs attached to the branch offices. Bank ATMs tend to have better security and video camera surveillance. Don't let the debit card out of your sight. Most frauds take place when the cardholder is not around. Whenever possible, pay the bill at the cashier rather than handing it over to the waiter. Don't make any online monetary transactions on an unsecured network or website. Don't click on links embedded in emails or text messages. Don't use public waste receptacles when disposing of old receipts and statements. Memorize and destroy the PIN for your safety. Don't ever keep a copy of your PIN in your card, wallet or purse. Keep your debit cards and other bank accounts related information in your safe custody. Change your password of net banking and PIN of your debit and credit cards frequently. Treat, value, and protect your debit card as if they were cash. Keep your debit card secured and ensure that it is in your possession at all times. Always ensure to opt SMS and email alert facility for your account so that you can timely take corrective actions to stop losses from your account. Keep your money spread over multiple bank accounts for extra safety of your funds. Maintain at least an account with no or minimal electronic facility. If possible, even without debit cards, you can maintain your large amount of funds in such relatively safer accounts. You can refill any of your other bank accounts at regular intervals for your routine expenditure, including the online transactions. Check your bank statement on regular intervals for suspicious activities in your accounts. Keep the bank's phone numbers readily available with you to immediately report any lost or stolen debit card or credit cards. Always check your debit card periodically to ensure that the debit card is not missing from your wallet or safe custody. Notify the bank promptly for any change of your contact details by visiting the bank's branches or calling the bank's call center, especially your mobile phone number and email address so that the bank can perform verification of unusual or suspicious transactions. Always sign your card with a ballpoint pen as soon as you receive it. Keep track of when new and reissued cards should arrive, and call the debit card issuer if they don't come on time. While making payment at merchant points through cards, ensure that you sign only one receipt. If the merchant makes more than one copy for any reason, make sure all extra copies are destroyed, including the carbon copies. Destroy all old debit or credit cards, tear it, or burn it completely. Avoid hard statements coming to your drop boxes of flat or villas. Sign up for paperless bank statements. Make sure you know whom you're interacting with. An identity thief may set up a phishing website that looks like it belongs to your bank or another business you have an account with. In reality, the scammer is looking to get access to your personal information and may attempt to access your bank account. Use firewall, antivirus, and anti-spyware software on your computer and mobile devices, while keeping it updated regularly. Call to activate your new credit card as soon as you receive it. Use virtual keyboards while logging into online banking services. Remember to log off from your online banking portal or website after completing an online transaction with your banking cards. Always delete the browsing data of your web browser, Internet Explorer, Chrome, Firefox, etc. after completing your online banking activity. Always be sure about the correct address of the bank website and look for the lock icon on the browser's status bar while visiting your bank's website or conducting an online transaction. Always be sure HTTPS appears in the website's address bar before making an online transaction. The S stands for secure and indicates that the communication with the web page is encrypted. Whenever you receive a credit or debit card from the bank, make sure the envelope is not damaged and it is sealed properly. In case there are any signs of tampering with the package, please notify your bank immediately. Keep an eye on the people around you while transacting at an ATM. Make sure that no one is standing too close to you while you transact at an ATM. Avoid using third-party extensions, plugins, or add-ons for your web browser as it may secretly track your activity and steal your details. Always verify and install authentic e-wallet apps directly from the App Store on your smartphone. Do not follow links shared over email, SMS, or social media to install e-wallet apps. Always type the information in online forms and not use the autofill option on your web browser to fill your online forms. They may store your personal information such as card number, CVV number, bank account number, etc. Use this prepaid card if you are not a frequent shopper. It is a limited debit card that does not provide the primary card information to the merchant and expires after a day or 48 hours. Tiny, pinhole cameras may be placed on the machine or even the roof at strategic positions to capture your PIN. These devices are installed on the card reader slot to either copy the information from the magnetic strip of your card or steal the card itself. If the slot feels slightly bulky or misaligned, in all probability an additional card reader slot has been placed on top of the actual one. If the slot is wobbly or loose, it indicates the presence of a Lebanese loop, which is a small plastic device with a bulb that holds your card back in the machine. You may think the machine has swallowed your card or it has been stuck. These are people lurking in the ATM room or outside. They will either peer over your shoulder to read your PIN or offer help if your card is stuck. It may be a little difficult to detect as the fake front completely covers the original machine because it is installed on top of it. This allows fraudsters to take your PIN as well as money. This is placed on top of the actual keypad. If the keypad feels spongy to touch or lose, don't enter your PIN. Make yourself well educated about how to deal with such a situation in advance, as you may have very little time to learn when you are facing a cyber attack on your bank account. In case of any fraudulent transaction in your account coming to your notice, immediately contact your banks and have your all debit cards and net banking facilities blocked. Most of the banks have online or call center facilities to register such complaints. Immediately file an FIR with the nearest police station or area of your jurisdiction. FIR is a must if the fraud amount is more than 20,000 rupees. You can also register an online complaint on cybercrime portal www.cybercrime.gov.in. Visit your nearest branch office of the bank and file a formal complaint immediately or on the next working day itself by providing them with all details of the fraudulent transaction and obtain a complaint number. Write to the website or the payment gateways through which the fraudulent transactions have been done. Double-check security features of your electronic devices through which you are doing online transactions. There are a set of guidelines given by the RBI to all banks to deal with the fraudulent financial activities. Upon registering a complaint, the bank will block your debit cards and net banking facility until it is either safe to use the same credential and cards or may issue a new set of online credentials. The bank shall effect a temporary credit to your account with the sum of the amount swindled in the fraud activity within 10 working days as per the RBI guidelines. However, you can't withdraw or use this money till the investigation is concluded. This temporary credit is to protect your interest and other facilities under the bank account. If bank finds the issue is genuine, then they credit the entire amount to the customer account upon concluding the investigation. The banks shall investigate the fraud within 90 days as per the prevailing guidelines by the Reserve Bank of India. With the rise of identity theft and fraudulent transactions, more people are shying away from debit cards and relying on credit cards. Many people opt to use a credit card over a debit card because when someone illegally uses your credit card, they're stealing money from a financial institution, not from you. As a result, the financial institution works really hard to get its money back. But when your debit card is used illegally, money is stolen directly from your account. It usually takes longer to dispute the charges, and your rupees are on the line if you can't get your money back. The RBI notification says that the per transaction liability of the customer will be limited to the transaction value or an amount set by the central bank, whichever is lower. Keep these documents handy while registering fraud complaints. Copy of all SMS and emails received related to the alleged transactions. Last 6 months bank statement of the bank account in which fraudulent transactions have been done. Copy of account holder's ID proof and address proof as shown in the bank records. Copy of account holder's passport if the fraudulent transaction is done in overseas territories. We hope the above tips on protecting yourself from fraudulent activities will assist you in transacting safely using online financial platforms. The hackers and fraudsters of our times are very innovative and creatively agile enough to exploit the tiniest loophole in the online financial platform to swindle our hard-earned money. The only way to effectively keep these hackers and fraudsters at bay is to spread awareness in the users of online financial systems. Please share this video with all your friends, relatives and colleagues. By doing so, you are helping them to gain the awareness that may save their money from getting swindled at the hands of fraudsters. Please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon to get more such informative videos instantly when I upload it. Thanks for watching this video. This is Vaidehi Thanki signing off. Take good care of yourself and people around you.